I've held hands in the worst of nights, kept my word when it cost my pride. I don't fold when the truth cuts deep. I don't promise what I can't keep. I've been low, I've been tested hard, lost a few, left a few scars, but I don't drown in what I face. I let it hit. Then a break is lonely when it gets thin, when the fight's outside and within. I don't run, I don't bend when I stay. I don't fall when I hold it all. When it's dark, when it breaks, you can lean, I won't shake. Okay, good evening. We've had a little glitch, and we're getting it back. So bear with me.
Hello there. Thank you for joining us. This is the Rudy Bruce broadcast. You focus on the truth, I focus on the facts. People of Canada, your voice will speak a million strong. If we come together and fight what's going on, we got homeless people living in tents. Be compassionate, do not judge, because 200,000 of us are using food banks. Where's the pride? Where's the pride? Where's our money we slave for? They cover it up. The working man is living poor. Rudy has true leadership, speaking for the ones who are tired of this shit. Make the government officials get a grip, or everyone loses the respect. Something's wrong, open your eyes. They tell us lies, you're blinded to this and mowing your lawn. United, we stand, divided we fall. The time will come, the day is near, we will all march. So listen with your ears, we are not zombies or fresh meat. Let's grind up the government, make compost for the maple trees. Let's avenge the deaths of the ones who have fallen. Coronavirus, opioid, we're still trying. They thought they got away scot-free. We will get the last laugh, just wait and see. These talks we have on the broadcast will provide the guide. Let's do it fast. Taxpayers believe we live strong and free. Everyone does. Are you shitting me? Round of applause to you and yours for tuning in. We're opening doors. This is the real movement, people. Let's stand up, Canada, before we lose.
Okay, we had a glitch. We came out just a little earlier at 6 o'clock now, but we were out a little earlier and we had a glitch. So I had to restart the broadcast. And that's why you're probably saying my Facebook Live isn't working. No, it's there. She's there. We're live. We're also live on YouTube. We're live. Where's the light? Right there. We're live. Comments are open. It's working. Everything's working. Okay, share it out there, guys. While you're coming in, share, share, share. And I'll just say this. You can kick rocks if you don't like how I talk. I'm gonna keep keep on talking and walk my walk. Ain't changing my tone, ain't changing my song. I was born this way, been loud too long. You can hate my style, you can roll your eyes, but I ain't slowing down. I was born to rise, so kick them rocks. If you don't like how I talk, I'm gonna keep on talking and walk my walk.
Yeah, Trevor, I got you.
I've lost some friends, made a few new foes, but that's just life, that's how it goes. I ain't bending over just to please a crowd. If I fall down, I'll fall down proud. I talk my truth, I live my way. Ain't nobody gonna take my say. This road's been rough, but I learned to trade. It's sweat, soul and dues I paid. You can kick rocks if you don't like how I talk. I'm gonna keep on talking and walk my walk. Ain't changing my tone, ain't changing my song. I was born this way, been.
Yeah, Trevor, I got you. I got you. Hello, everybody. Looking forward to your show tonight. We love your music, groovy and inspiring. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. But we only got 16 in here. And we're looking for more. So share it out, guys. Share, 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 share. And I have got a broadcast for you. Don't worry.
Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go.
Okay, share, 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 guys. There's 17 in here. We got lots to talk about tonight. And it feels like my voice is kind of going for some reason. I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, share it out, guys. Share, share, share.
Wish someone could hear what I can't let them see. Oh, I just need a quiet place. Oh, I just need a quiet place. A warm embrace. Somebody to tell me it's alright to show your face. Oh, I'm strong, but I'm human. I'm brave, but I'm tired. I just want a moment where my heart ain't required to carry it all. I'm a quiet storm, moving through the night, trying to find peace. Oh, trying to find light. I'm a quiet storm, but I won't lose my way. Even when the clouds make it hard to pray, I'm a quiet storm, still
Yeah, we
standing.
only got 15 in here, people. I mean, come on, share this out there. I'll get into there right now. I'll get in there right now and I will share this myself. Okay. I will share this out there myself. Myself. Okay. There's 14. Okay. Like, come on, Canada. Like, come on. Okay. I got a show for you tonight. It's very interesting. Very fucking interesting. So I'm gonna boost up some numbers if I have to myself do this. I mean, 6 o'clock Friday, I'm on. Okay. I'm here. And if you got free time, I suspect a lot of you should be in here too. If you're intellectual, an intellectual person, okay? Not everybody's perfect, okay? I mean,
But we're at a war, okay, with our country, not with ourselves. We're at a war with these fucking traitors in government, okay, in our governments, provincial, federal, okay, in this country, in Canada, okay. We're going to get into a lot of this tonight as to what the fuck is being done against you, the Canadian, okay? If you think I'm fucked up, that's fine. Here's the fucking door to your right, okay? If you want to fucking learn something a little bit, maybe you're not one of these people that are tuned in to reality these days in Canada, because if you think what's going on out in Canada is normal, you've got a few fucking screws loose. Because what's going on out in Canada is not fucking normal. When you've got homeless people by the droves living in tents in the wintertime, come on. You think that's fucking normal in Canada, huh? And the lower mainland's being taken over by some kind of a letter that says the natives own their property now. Okay? Down in the lower mainland, other parts in British Columbia, that they have the thought that they can just tell us Canadians, us white second class Canadians, that hey, our time's up here and we've got to pay reconciliation to native status. And the fentanyl, what's it fucking propping up in Canada? We're going to get into all of this tonight on the show. If you think I'm lying, you think I'm bullshitting you? No, I'm tired of listening to bullshit. That's why I do my broadcast. Because I'm tired of the bullshit. And I'm out here to tell you shit's going south. And it's about time Canadians fucking woke up and fucking understood. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening in Canada? Don't you think? Or do you think it's normal? You think it's normal what's going on in this country? I don't think it's normal. I think it's a little bit more than just normal. Right? Well, we got 30 in here now. We are at war. We've been infiltrated. Yeah, there you go. Some Derek's awake. Um, here. In Muslim. Oh, it's more than that. It's a dumpster fire. Yeah, it's a dumpster fire. I agree. Totally agree. It's a fucking dumpster fire. Okay? And where are the targets? Us white people are the fucking targets in Canada. Sorry to tell you, because I'm white too. We're the targets in our own country. How's that grab you? Us being the targets, the white people. How does that grab you? It doesn't grab me very well. Oh no, we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it in tonight's show. Victim mentality. Here we go. Look at this. See? Look at this. Victim mentality. Victim mentality. We've got a lot of fancy names to twist shit. Like they called Dallas Brody a racist because she was mentioning, hey, there's no 250 bodies at this residential school in Kamloops. That the Kamloops chief or band there started yapping about, oh, we've got 250 bodies over here. Well, that's all bullshit. Okay. And then they get 12 million to put a project together to exhume the bodies and all that shit and open up the recovery of all this claimed shit. And nothing's happened. No bodies, no fuck all. $12 million later, the auditor is saying, hey, look, we want these records. And they tried to stall the provincial, or sorry, the federal government on releasing the findings of this thing that the Kamloops band were given $12 million for. And they were told by the Auditor General, no, these files have to come out. So then they come out, then they twist the whole fucking thing, manipulation, and then they go for a healing lodge, another 12 million fucking dollars, okay? 24 million, and there's more. Lots more. Okay? Lots more on top of this. This is just icing on the cake. This is just the icing on the fucking cake, okay? Of the amounts of money that the federal and the provincial governments have Canadian taxpayer dollars has handed over to this First Nations conglomerate bullshit in Canada. The money that these First Nations have been getting has not been being filtered down to the people in such a way that they would have running water, adequate housing, and the rest of it. Camera. There I go. Okay. Are we back? I'm back. Good. Don't phone. Okay. Anyway, tell us shit we don't know, you goober. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah. Tell us shit we don't know, you goober. Okay? Now, this is, don't forget, social media. All right? And for some reason, I give this guy a little platform here because he's a fucking moron. This is fucking taxpayer money that's been pouring out of our fucking taxes. And we're paying the highest in North America for fucking taxes. Us Canadian taxpayers, okay, goober, okay? Okay, Gomer, I think his name, Kyle. Gomer, okay? Kyle, you're a Gomer. Gomer Pyle. Ah, yeah, shut, you dumb shit. This is money that Canadians have been pouring out of their taxes through a fucking corrupt government. Okay? Thousands of dollars, millions of fucking dollars as being spent on native reconciliation shit? When does it end? It's not supposed to end, I guess. I don't know. But where does it put us white people, okay? In Canada. Born and raised in this country. Where does it put us white people, okay? That they should have the power to come in and take your property because they're First Nations? When I was born and I was raised and all that shit, there was no such thing as First Nations until later on in life, of course, in Canada. And we've been paying through the fucking nose as Canadians, like just shelling it out. And then David Eby, I call him a traitor, okay? And that's a treasonous act to rip out your fucking private property out from underneath you and say it belongs to the natives, or that, they can come in there and tell you yes or no if you're going to build something, or, something like that on your own property. You got to go for a permit to them to be able to build on your own property, apparently, because they're the new landholders, apparently, given to them by your provincial government. The provincial government, Premier David Eby. There's your culprit. He He adopts it from a thing called UNDRIP from the United Nations. Not an elected body into this country. He goes behind your back. Your back. You're the taxpayer. You're the one that they asked for votes for to get into office. So they look after the country. They have a responsibility of duty to the country, to the people of the country that voted him in. Not some foreign entity. That's treason. That's treason. And you're all being fooled with this bullshit. 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 Now, I got lots to put out here for you. Lots to put out here for you. This is a native. This is a
Benefit from the
This is a
legal
native girl, living in Canada on a. Okay, here, listen.
chief, whatever. You know, those people are so crooked, selfish, and self-serving and
Who's she talking about? She's
self-serving
talking about
and abusive to
First Nations. She's talking about
self-serving
First
and
Nations.
abusive to the actual people who live on the reserves, the members of the reserves that are under a dictatorship of these fucking people who abuse their power.
Okay, are we back? No sound.
Okay, are we back?
Okay, we're back. We're back. I don't know. Don't phone in our show, okay? If you have my phone number, don't between when I'm doing a show, okay? It fucks up shit. And I'm not in the mood. So now we got to go back and start this all over again because I want you to hear what this lady has to say. It's very important. And I got to find it again. Here it is.
We had rights on the land and we could benefit from chief, whatever. You know, those people are so crooked, selfish, and self
Hang on a
serving
minute.
and abusive to
Hang on a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay. Now back to what I was saying.
self serving and abusive to the actual people who live on the reserves, the members of the reserves that are under a dictatorship of these fucking people who abuse their power and neglect their people. We will not see anything. So what the fuck is the point? And in reality, it's just so these people can get control over more money so they can embezzle and spend and go on trips for themselves and provide nothing for the people. Nothing. Like, you know, we've been on this residential fucking bullshit for how long? I'm 45. They've been fucking whining about the residential crap for fucking ever. They've gotten millions and billions in reality. Freaking that, well, it might not be billions, but millions of dollars that went across Canada. What was produced from it? Nothing. Nothing.
Does BC, in your expert opinion, need to repeal, change, or keep DRIPA as is?
Okay, now that's a native woman that has lived this with the natives, and she's even saying they're corrupt. The First Nations organization is totally fucking corrupt. Now, that's why I wanted you to hear that. Because it is. It's extremely fucking corrupt. And they're soaking us for millions of dollars here. Okay? They're soaking us for millions and millions of fucking dollars. Canadian taxpayers. Okay? Now, here's another piece of information you should listen to.
Humanity as we know it. Once you understand the final destination, it becomes much easier to look back and identify the psychological conditioning, the biological tampering, the cultural grooming, and the educational prepping that we have been subjected to for decades in preparation to making us accept a post-human future. It takes a lot of physical and psychological abuse to get an intelligent species like ours to agree to its own extinction. Most, if not all, that has transcended in the last 60 years was designed to get us closer to accepting such a dystopian reality. Whether you care to accept it or not, we live in a hyper-controlled matrix where our perception of reality is meticulously planned, managed, and executed in order to control and steer us in whichever direction they wish. And the direction is a post-human world. For this, they first needed to destabilize, dehumanize, and demoralize humanity through every means possible. The destruction of the nuclear family, children being indoctrinated by the state, abortion, the eradication of God and spirituality from education, life in megacities and away from nature, toxic food, air, and water, social media, replacing real human connection and interaction, engineered financial crisis and taxation, endless wars and massive migration, stress, anxiety, depression, drugs and alcohol, constant fear-mongering, moral relativism as the new religion, and I could go on and on about how humanity has been influenced and forced to move away from all the things that give us strength, security, purpose, and meaning. A weak, immoral, disconnected, ignorant, and unhealthy population is an easy target for the next stage, the creation of an entire generation of androgynous beings. Masculinity is under attack psychologically, culturally, and biologically. Women are being replaced in sports, entertainment, and politics by men pretending to be women. And children are being indoctrinated at school to think that gender is a choice. The transgender movement is not a grassroots movement. It comes from the top. It has nothing to do with people's freedom of expression, sexuality, or civil rights. It's an evil psyop with a clear agenda to get us closer to transhumanism by making us question the most fundamental notion of human identity, our gender.
And she wasn't finished. There's 41 of you in here. And I'll be having a phone call with somebody a little later. But you're not paying attention. You're at war. You're at war from your federal and provincial governments. There's a fucking operation going on that you're not a part of. You are just the pawns. But let me tell you something, okay? They're a corporation. You are private. They don't own you. But they make you think they own you with their laws and their bullshit. Bill C9. As if you have the fucking right to tell me how to use my expression in this country. Fuck you. You don't have a right to decide what's hate speech and what isn't hate speech. You are a corporation of fucking traitors that are trying to take over this fucking country. And here's a way they're trying to do it.
This bombshell, the connection from the Trudeau government through the Liberal Party, Chinese fentanyl, and how this all ties together with the Liberal Party in Canada profiting off of the fentanyl crisis. Could this be the reason why the Trudeau government has been so hesitant to lock down the border and stop the flow of illegal fentanyl into the United States, because they're profiting off of it and they are facilitating it? Stop me if you've heard this before. This is unbelievable. David Creighton is joining us now, independent journalist out of Ottawa who writes at the Post Millennial. David, this is an unbelievable story. Can you help us unpack what this means?
Phenomenal, Clayton. And as I described it, mind-boggling. I don't know what else to say, because here we have evidence that Sam Cooper has unearthed, and Sam has done some marvelous investigative work on Chinese interference in Canadian elections and politics. And he's come out and said that the Liberal Party is a prime recipient of donations from the drug kingpins, the fentanyl kingpins, who are making this not just toxic drug in Canada at super meth labs, super fentanyl labs, and exporting it, yes, south of the border and elsewhere. It's phenomenal because this implicates the RCMP, the much vaunted, some people think the greatest police force in the world, as implicitly involved in this. With CSIS turning a blind eye to this, with government
And they were
agencies
also
refusing
they
to
now
acknowledge
here the other
that
thing is
Canada
they were also the perpetrators of the ostriches being slaughtered inhumanely. Okay, like the most inhumane fucking thing I've ever been down there to witness was the way that the birds got slaughtered. Okay, and a
is integral
person
to the
from
fentanyl
the CFIA that works with CFIA even came out and stated publicly that the way they were slaughtered was inhumane. But it gets better than that. You know, and everybody goes around Canada thinking that none of this is happening.
problem because it's not just that we have these labs set up in the mountains of the Rocky Mountains of British Columbia. We have been importing fentanyl, the precursors to fentanyl. For those listeners or viewers who are unaware of that, these are the chemicals that are needed to essentially be refined or distilled into the final fentanyl product that makes it onto the streets that is exported. But these precursors are coming in at the Vancouver port in huge quantities. Why? Because China controls the Vancouver ports. And less than 1% of these containers coming off the ships are being inspected. So, is it any wonder why we keep saying, well, Canada is only responsible for 1% of the fentanyl entering the United States? In fact, CNN fact checker, who used to be the Toronto Star fact checker, Daniel Dale, recently said it was 0.22% of fentanyl was coming from Canada. Well, perhaps that's only because 0.22% is being discovered. Only that much is actually being found because they're
I could
not
go on.
looking, and it's getting
I could
across the
go
border.
on. I could go on here with this. Okay,
And Clayton, the implications of this are
this is unfucking believable. But yet this is happening. This is out there. Okay, I don't know if it's you're getting it on your feed. I mean, how many people don't know about this? Oh, fear mongering. Oh, listen to this. It's fear mongering at its best. Fear, separate, control, and punish those who rebel. Oh, I get it. Okay, yeah. Yeah. You think that's what the government's doing? Fear mongering, I take it. With COVID-19, they did a lot of that. Oh yeah, if you can't unpress them with what you know, diesel them with bullshit. That's a good one. Nothing. Don is saying nothing surprises me anymore. Okay, this is shit going on in Canada, people. Okay, I really want you to understand that. Okay, because we're in it. We're the targets. Okay, us, the people, are the targets here. Okay, who do you think is the target? Right? Who do you think is the fucking target?
wow. Clayton,
We are the target.
Clayton, the implications of this are.
I feel optimistic today, don't you?
We are the fucking target. Here, I want you to listen to this fucking guy. Now, this guy's rich. Listen to this.
The entire global economy is fraud. I told you years ago, money isn't real. I've said repeatedly, money isn't real. And people are like, what do you mean? None of it's real. GDP isn't real. The stock market isn't real. It's all made up. Every single person in any single position of power, take it from me, is stealing. Every single person in any single position of power is stealing. Zelensky's wife started a prosthetics company before the war. Now, when you get your leg blown off in the goy battle, you have to get a government contract. You get your government money to buy yourself a new leg from her company. As if they don't steal it.
That's a pretty good scam, eh?
Now, on top of all the other money they steal from the American taxpayer.
In case you didn't get it, that's Zelensky's wife. She's got a prosthetics company in from what he's saying, in Ukraine. And when you get your leg blown off, well, you get government money to go get a new leg, I guess, prosthetic, and you go to her company to get it. Now that's monopoly, okay? Because he's saying that that's the only company he's referring to. That's the only company to go get a prosthetic limb.
And the American taxpayer keeps sending it.
So,
guys, this is massive and breaking news. It hasn't hit the headlines yet, but it will in the next 24 hours. The government made food unaffordable, so now it wants to sell you food, and you're supposed to thank them for it. Toronto just voted to open 4 government-run grocery stores. That's right. The government is going to be running them, and they did so in a 21-3. It was almost unanimous. And let me tell you what's going to happen. They're going to end up spending $30 million on feasibility studies and community consultations. Then they're going to hire 200 people at $85,000 per year with full pensions and benefits. This is typical of government. The stores will then lose money every single quarter. Then what they're going to do is they're going to blame it on supply chain challenges and unexpected costs. This is what happens when the government runs things. In 3 years, they'll quietly shut them down, and nobody, and I mean nobody, will be held accountable. These are the same people who spent $3.3 billion on the Eglinton Crosstown, and it still isn't finished. But sure, put them in charge of produce.
God fucking Christ. Holy shit. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. And here we have a little word from Pierre Poilievre.
Too far in saying the former prime minister, should be in jail.
That's not what I said.
Well,
That's not
that's
what I said.
heard. What did you say then? Repeat what you said.
Sure, I'll tell you what I said. I was asked about the scandals of the last 10 years of the Liberal government. And what would I do if such scandals and corruption were to happen when I become prime minister? And I said I would have zero tolerance for corruption. Nobody is above the law. So if I could, in certain cases, I think there were scandals in the Liberal government that would be appropriately punished in that way. You think of the Green Slush Fund, where individuals were appointed to a board to manage public funds. And what did they do with it? They gave it to themselves. To me, that is a crime for which they should have been held responsible. People have got to be held responsible for corruption. And if you look at my remarks, that's what I said. We will hold people accountable for corruption.
What does that mean, Poilievre? Does corruption mean a slap on a fucking wrist? What does that mean exactly? 'Cause we're not going to handle any. We're not gonna stand for corruption in the Liberal government if we get in. But he doesn't say anything about they need to go to jail. What about that part of it? I wonder if he got the word treason lately in his ear. What a fucking moron.
Right Honorable Mark Carney, Prime Minister.
Oh, let's hear from Mark Carney, this fucking slime ball. Here's the slime ball himself.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I will begin with a short reading from the Gospel according to
Okay, I've heard enough of this fucking bullshit fucking motherfucker. Now, this one is asked. This is a real another manipulation of shit here. This is Danielle Smith.
Forum. What are your views on the World Economic Forum? What are your views on the World Economic
Okay,
Forum?
here we go.
Well, I'm not
a young global leader of tomorrow. I've never been to one of their events, and I look at Pierre Poilievre saying that he doesn't intend to go to their events and doesn't intend to have his ministers involved in them either. And I take the same view.
But why? You're still not explaining what your views are on the World Economic Forum. Like, what do you find distasteful about it?
I guess I find it distasteful when billionaires brag about how much control they have over political leaders, as the head of that organization has. And I think that that is offensive. The people who should be directing government are the people who vote for them. And the people who vote for me and for my colleagues are people who live in Alberta and who are affected by our decisions. And so, quite frankly, until that organization stops bragging about how much control they have over political leaders, I have no interest in being involved with them. My focus is here in Alberta, solving problems for Albertans with the mandate from Albertans.
The question
What are your views on the World Economic Forum?
Okay. What are your views on the World Economic Forum? Okay. World Economic Forum is not an elected body to Canada. Neither is the United Nations. Neither is the WHO. All that bullshit. That's not elected bodies to Canada. They are not elected in by the people to run the country. Okay. And then she's asked, well, what's your views on the World Economic Forum? Now, isn't Klaus Schwab involved in that? And didn't Klaus Schwab say that he infiltrated the governments and Trudeau was a nice little puppet for him? Maybe she should have came out with something a little more positive, like, I believe that, traders in Canada should be investigated for being a part of the World Economic Forum. Maybe something like that, some with a little juice to it. Just saying. All this information is out there for you. It's on the Rudy Bruce broadcast group.
This is a great representation of what's going on in Canada. So the police officer clearly sees a man doing stop motions, and the police officer looks away. Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada, oh, you lost your way. If you are of the correct group, you can go in front of a police officer, threaten to kill someone, okay? Because that's what it is threatening violence against someone, and it's okay. The police officer will just look away. This is the problem in Canada. We got selective policing, selective justice system, and we are in a whole lot of trouble because these guys are emboldened. They can do what they want. It's a free game over here. These guys will get even more and more radical. It's not going to stop here. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. Okay, it's going to get a lot worse.
Okay. I mean, this guy, I admire his approach, but I wouldn't be going around wearing a fucking mask on my face. I never do. I've never put a mask on my face of any kind, except at Halloween, maybe, when I was a kid. What's going on through your head right now? Say it. Oh, in a sexy picture. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's another little piece. I want you.
An essay that was written not by me, that was getting sent around Facebook, saw it, had to show it to you, and pass it on and spread it around like wildfire.
What's going on here? Come on. Oh, the internet slowed down here for me here.
Here we go. I'm done pretending this conversation is something it isn't. I'm a white male Christian conservative living in Alberta, and I make no apologies for it. I'm also firmly pro-Alberta separation, because what's happened to this country is happening without my consent. Let's start with a fact people hate acknowledging. White people are a global minority. Roughly 15% of the world's population is of European descent. That's it. The other 85% of the world is not. So the endless talk of global white dominance is dishonest on its face. And before anyone twists this into something it's not, I do not believe in race as a biological hierarchy. Race is a social construct, always has been. What I do believe in is culture. And culture is not just food, music, or holidays. Culture is the type of government a society builds, the laws it enforces, the infrastructure it designs and maintains, the social norms that create trust and order, the inventions, institutions, and ideas that shape daily life. By that definition, Canada, the United States, and Europe did not happen by accident. Modern Western civilization, constitutional government, individual rights, freedoms of speech, equality under the law, advanced infrastructure, scientific progress, and high trust society was created by a small global minority, not because of skin color, but because of values, institutions, and cultural foundations rooted in Western and Christian traditions. That matters. Immigration itself is not the issue. Mass immigration without limits, without integration, and without public consent is. What's happening now is not normal immigration. It's demographic transformation driven by federal policy imposed from the top down and justified by moral blackmail. The people pushing it will never live with the consequences. Alberta will. And Alberta did not ask for this. Alberta did not vote for this direction. Alberta did not consent to becoming a laboratory for ideological experiments designed in Ottawa, Toronto, or global institutions that do not share our values or priorities. A nation or a province is not just an economy. It's not just GDP. It's a shared social contract. When large numbers of people are brought in from cultures with fundamentally different views on law, religion, speech, authority, and individual rights, and integration is completely optional, the existing culture will change every time. History.
Oh man, I fucking tell you. I fucking tell you.
It's reality. So let me be clear. I am not calling for violence. I am not calling for mistreatment. I am not saying anyone.
If he does it again, did he do it again? No, that's the internet. Internet slowed down. Give it a minute. But that's what's happening. And it's very interesting to be enlightened and listen to the other side of the coin, instead of just blindly going through your day-to-day lives, to have an understanding of really what the fuck is happening in this country. Okay? So you could have an awareness of what the fuck. And I'm giving it to you. That's what I'm doing. Okay? That's what I'm doing. I'm giving you today an awareness about what the fuck is happening in Canada. Okay? I seen on a video of I seen on a video where the cops went into um, a native band. What do you call it? Reservation, native reservation. Okay, at a store, and the cops were there to confiscate their weed. Okay, that they were selling in the store, and the band got together. Band people got together and they blocked the cops. They blocked the roads, blocked the cops right in there, and told them, "You're on native land and you're stealing. You're not doing an inspection. You're stealing." Needless to say, the end result was the cops left empty-handed, and they left the reserve without so much as an arrest or the property they went to go steal from the reserve. My hat's off to them. because that's what it's called, organizing. That's what's called getting your shit together. That's what's called putting your country back on track, even if it's on a reservation. You know, that's what's called standing up for your country when you fucking push the point. But no Canadians are pushing the point. And yet, I play right in front of you what they're up to, what they're doing, and where it comes from. You know, even the fucking drug fucking thing is connected to the fucking federal government in some way. For fuck's sake. What an embarrassment. And then Pierre gets on there and he says, we're not going to stand for no corruption with the Liberals. And that was the end of the piper regarding what's going to happen if the Conservatives get in there. Really? While billions and billions of dollars are taken from Canadian taxpayers and given to these fucking lobby groups, and that's what First Nations is just one big fucking lobby group. Okay, they don't fucking help their native culture. They're not putting water into all the housing. They didn't do that. No. They want to sit there on social media and bitch and bitch and continue to bitch all these years. And the reason they're bitching is so that you, the Canadian taxpayer, when it gets found out that they hand out all this money, you think, oh, that's okay. It's reconciliation to what we did to the natives. I didn't do anything. Did you? No. This is bullshit. It's a con job, just like the Kamloops thing is a fucking con job. And somebody's asking, well, where's Dallas Brody? Where is Dallas? Well, that's a damn good fucking question, isn't it? I agree with you. Where is Dallas fucking Brody? After all that little fucking escapade I did there, getting a hold of her office, and somebody called me, and nothing since. So it looks like she's doing her social media with very selected individuals, okay? Why? I don't know. That's a good question. Are selected journalists involved here? If you're not part of the group, you're not in the clan, what kind of fucking bullshit is this? Where only selected few get this information. And that information is very, very fucking critical to Canadians. Now, do you think that Odessa has a reach like my reach or somebody else's reach if somebody's interested in social media to spread that out there amongst the Canadians of the importance of it is that it should be out there regardless? That's how social media works. Or is it a select class that get the story? Like Rebel News, maybe. You know how much dollars Rebel News is raking off Canadian public? Do you know how much dollars is being raked in by possibly Odessa? Okay? Or some of these other selected few that get these stories? Okay? I find it a bit of an insult. That I can't bring you Dallas Brody's story and what's going on, to say the least. Anyway, it's 4:58. Food for thought, ladies and gentlemen. Our shit country's in trouble. And it's about time that BC, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba join together in one. That would be a good start. Not just Alberta standing up. I think BC should be standing up also. And also Saskatchewan. And also possibly Manitoba. Or do you want to just be conditioned? Your kids conditioned to let them think that maybe they're a girl or a boy, or what gender exactly are you? That's the kind of shit they're pumping in the schools, isn't it? Haven't you had enough as a Canadian to stand up for some of this fucking shit? Or are you gonna just take it up the ass? Like we've been doing for a long fucking time now. It's not good enough. Am I getting out there? Am I getting out there? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Am I getting out there? Yeah. I'm getting out there, apparently. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That one. That one. That one is an old one, and I can't even fucking. I can't even fucking get rid of it. Okay, where are we here? Where are we here? Right? Yeah, here we are. Fucking save this one. Are we out? Get rid of it. Okay, yeah. Okay, where are we here? Okay, share some more here. Because of that fucking glitch. And there's 22 of you in here from Facebook. The other 6 or the other 4 or 5 are YouTube. It's amazing. All this fucking shit that's going on in this country, in Canada. You know, and once a week I'll come out here. And it's a good thing I only do it once a week. Because, I mean, it's pitiful, the interest in your country. Some of you that are, I mean, the ones that are here are here legitimately. I mean, my hat's off to you. But the people that are not here, you know, there's 49 million Canadians. Can you understand what I'm saying here? Okay. I mean, I've exposed the fact that the fucking First Nations in Canada are fucking are frauding us. Okay, frauding us right down to frauding us from billions of fucking dollars. Okay, and trying to to steal our lands in the Lower Mainland with the help of traitorists in government, namely David Eby. Another traitor is Trudeau. A few more traitors. How many more traitors are in government? Lots. And there's only 26 in here, 28 of you. You know, our security in this country is falling apart. Where's your interest, ladies and gentlemen? Am I the only one fucking pissed off enough because I'm a white guy? Okay? I'm being ripped off by a federal government and a provincial government under all this bullshit tax. You know, when is enough enough? You want to call medical? You want to call our medical up to snuff? That's not up to snuff. I almost died, for fuck's sake, on top of it. No interest? I would say you should be showing a lot of interest. Because it's us that are being the suckers, us that are the victims of this bullshit. Because that's how fucking serious it is when you've got how many people living in fucking tents in a wintertime in Canada, and they say that's normal? And gas is going to end up being what, $2 a liter for gas? $40 for a fucking tin of coffee? That's normal. That's normal for you. I don't think so. I really seriously don't think so. That's not normal at all. That's fucking bullshit. To me, that's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. No. I got a better idea. That's probably the one.
Some days I'm...
No, that's not the one. Fucking give it another shot. Nope. Okay. I'll concede. Diesel in BC, $2.50 a liter. $2.50 a liter for diesel in BC. What do you think's going to happen when they truck that to where it's got to go? You don't think the price of the freight is going to start to go up some more? You got to be fucking shitting me. $2.50 a fucking liter for diesel. $2.50 a liter for diesel.
I don't talk just to fill the air. I don't move just to prove I care. I don't scare when the sky turns black. I don't leave when it pushes back. I've seen strong men lose their ground, heard brave words fall apart out loud. I don't shake when the walls give in. I get quiet and I dig in. When it gets heavy, when it gets loud, when everybody's running out, I don't run. I don't bend. When I stay, I don't fall. When I hold it all. When it's dark, when it breaks, you can lean, I won't shake. When I stand, you're safe.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that's it for my show tonight. I want to thank you for coming on and being a part of it. And whenever I do a show, don't phone in, okay? Because that just fucks shit up. So that's what happened with the glitches tonight, some of them. The other ones were internet problem. And we pay the most in North America for internet, by the way. Yeah, fucking bullshit. So that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you again for joining.
Hello there. Thank you for joining us. This is the Rudy Bruce broadcast. Your focus on the truth. I focus on the facts. People of Canada, your voice will speak 1,000,000 strong. If we come together and fight what's going on. We got homeless people living in tents. Be compassionate, do not judge. Because 200,000 of us are using food banks. Where's the pride? Where's the pride? Where's our money we slave for? They cover it up. The working man is living poor. Rudy has true leadership, speaking for the ones who are tired of this shit. Make the government officials get a grip, or everyone loses the respect. Something's wrong, open your eyes. They tell us lies, you're blinded to this and mowing your lawn. United, we stand, divided we fall. The time will come, the day is near, we will all march. So listen with your ears, we are not zombies or fresh meat. Let's grind up the government, make compost for the maple trees. Let's avenge the deaths of the ones who have fallen. Coronavirus, opioid, we're still trying. They thought they got away scot-free. We will get the last laugh, just wait and see. These talks we had on the broadcast will provide and guide. Let's do it fast. Taxpayers believe we live strong and free. Everyone.
Okay, guys, that's it for tonight. Thank you again for coming. And next Friday, 6 o'clock, I'll be back. I hope you will take out the time to join me. And again, thank you for joining. Until next time, ladies.